Darts nuts and welcome to Darts Review channel, and a special welcome for new visitors. Just recently I was contacted by a new company called the Darts Factory, and this company is based in Hong Kong and they've only been in business since 2015. A very new company that's focusing obviously on the soft tip market, which is in Asia as you would expect. And they've sent me a few items, and one of the things they've sent me is this new soft tip board. What they have, it's called the Guz 2. I think it's the second generation of the board, which is why it's got Guz and the little 2 on the top. And as you can see, it comes in this cardboard box, but I'll just read you some of the features of the board first and then I'll show you what you get inside the box. It says Guz 2 portable dartboard that simulate real-time dart battles, LED lighting control via mobile app interface, automatic scoring system with hints for game shot, lightweight, slim and handheld design, interchangeable covers, and then it tells you the app which you can download called Guz World. Links players globally for online battles, 4 different locations, individual or team play for up to 8 players. And in addition to the original games, they've also made a couple of their own games called Battleship and Guzzy Party, suitable for beginners, different age groups and more fun. Inside the box you've got a set of, well, you've got 2 sets of darts, some brass soft tip darts with some stems and flights in your soft tips. And there's also these all-in-one stems and flights which look quite nifty. Kind of like an elongated pear shape, so you get 2 sets of them. You get some screws for hanging it onto the wall. The board itself is either powered by the mains or it's powered by battery. It takes 4 AA batteries, so that's why it's portable, so you can use it without the power adapter. But the adapter comes with the various plugs for the different countries, so that's handy. And it also comes with this soft plastic tape which allows you to measure the oki and everything. And another thing it comes with is a stick-on oki line, so you can, once you've set it all up, you can stick that onto your floor if you desire, that is. And it comes with the instructions for setting it up. Now this piece of paper has all the instructions on, but it's also got a template on, so it's handy for connecting it up to the wall. It tells you what height to put it, and then you align it up with that, and then it's got marks where you put the screws, and it tells you a little bit about the app. You can download the app for Android iOS 7 or above, or Android 4.4 or above I should say, or Apple iOS 7 or above. And it uses Bluetooth 4.0 or above, and you can get it from the Play Store or the App Store, and you can put that onto your mobile or your tablet. So that's that. Now this is the board. As you can see, it's quite colourful and it's a square shape, which is quite nice and neat with the round middle. Maybe a little bit garish looking with this kind of a yellowy green colour, but I know soft tip players are used to lots of colours in any case. If you're more like a traditional steel tip player, then you might not like it, which is understandable. Obviously it's blue and white as opposed to the black, red and green and white, but obviously soft tip is a different game, so if you're a die-hard steel tipper, you're probably never going to be that interested in anyway. Now the board itself retails for $257, which is around about £205, and on the Darts Factory site at the moment it includes free shipping, so if you order it before April the 30th I think you can get free shipping. And the nice thing about this, like I said, it's got the battery pack on there, so it can be powered by batteries. Obviously it's got your play button there, and your power adapter there, and the on-off switch there. I'll just I don't know whether you can see that, but the LEDs are flashing there, which it does when it's trying to connect to the mobile. But you can also change the covers, so I'll put it down a second and I'll just take the cover off. And this plastic cover is held on by 4 very strong magnets, and that's it. It just comes off, and it's got like metal bits on the corners, and that sticks onto the magnets. And you can buy the covers separately, and they're available in black, blue, purple, pink, and they retail for $26, which is around about £20. And there's also one available in a wood effect, which is $51. That's around about £40. I suppose you could just leave it like that if you wanted, but obviously you don't have the numbers. But as you can see, it's got a kind of a circuit board at the back. I don't know whether that is an actual circuit board or whether it's just printed on for effect. But if you look, you can see it's got little chips and things in there, so I'm guessing it probably is the actual circuit board. But you can also see it's got LED lights all the way around, and there's LED lights dotted around here, and obviously they light up, and you can control that from the mobile app when it's all set up. So basically that's it. Right, I've got the board set up. All I did was draw a line and match up the poster and then drill the holes where they were, but the problem is this is an old house, and as you can see the walls are not square enough, so it was a bit of a fiddle to get it all on, and I don't think I've quite got the board completely straight. It's quite awkward with the old walls like this, but hopefully it's secure enough. It feels as if it is. Right, I've got the board set up and it's all switched on, and as you can see it's very colourful with all the LEDs. I've got the power cable connected. Obviously you can use your battery. Using the batteries with all the LEDs on obviously will drain the batteries quicker. Once you've downloaded the app, it's best to register with the settings in there, because when you register more games open up. When you're just playing the offline mode, not all the games are available. And if you go into the menu and the settings, you can turn off the background music on the app, and if you do that, when the animations play for 180s and what have you, there'll be no background music on the animations, but you still get sound effects. Now the board itself doesn't have a built-in camera, but you can set up a webcam with an IP stream. It tells you a little bit more about that, but that's beyond the scope of this review, so I'm not going to test that. And I'm already connected via the Bluetooth, and on this setting here you can play about with the LEDs. You can turn off the main LEDs, so the LEDs on the board go off. Just turn them back on, and the side LEDs, these ones around here, you can make them white only or green. I've put it on green there, that's the white, or blue, and you can have them all off or all on. So obviously people who are into soft tip will be used to all that kind of colourful stuff. Those traditional steel tippers may frown upon it, but there you go. And there's a few things on here. It's got main game, invitation, shop, achievements and records, so you can check up on them yourself. And these are the games. You've got 01, got cricket, count up, booster. If you're not sure what the game is, there's a little information icon on the top there, so if you press that, it tells you the instructions. We've got Half It, Battleship, I think that's a multiplayer one, a bit like Battleship the game, but you're playing it on a board. And Guzzy Party, and then Target Train. So I'll just go into 01. Obviously it'll take forever to go through every game, so I'm just going to do it quickly. You can join online game. If you press the online button, and it'll tell you what games are available. At present there is none, but there was a few earlier on when I tried, but not a massive amount. But it's quite a new system, so it's a new company, so it's still getting populated. Now if I click the options, you've got the options for the 01, so you could got from 301, 501 and so on. You've got the number of rounds. I think that just means legs, so how many legs you want to play. And you can have the bull type. Now in soft tip they tend to use the 25, the same as the bull, so both would be 50, but you can change that. So instead of having it 50-50, you can have it 25-50. So, and then you can have the type open in, which is what we normally have here. You can have double start and out. You can have open, out, double, master. Have it on double. I'm just doing it the traditional steel tip way. And then you can set whether it's private. I think that means no one can join the game if it's online. And the number of players, you get 1 to 8, and minimum opponent rating is 1, and you can set the maximum opponent rating, which is 30. The rating is what you'll get as you play the games, and obviously the better players will be higher rated and the not so good players will be low rated. And if you click where it says plus player, then you can either play against the computer, easy, medium or hard, or you can add a guest, which would be somebody in the same room as you probably, or you can play online, invite other players. Like I said earlier, that when I checked up there was about 3 people on the online, but like I said, it's early days yet, so I'll just click that again, play plus, and I'll put the computer on hard. Click start. So now the game's starting. This is just a quick way to show you. So I'll just get a 9 data. So it plays an animation for turn 80 in the computer as ease throw. You click the red button. Now the computer does ease throw. We've got a low ton, and it tells you there what he scored, 145, and I'll get another 180. This is the only 9 data I'm ever going to get. Click the red button. Now the computer has ease throw. So the computer's playing a pretty high standard there, like. Obviously I wouldn't be getting 9 datas, wouldn't even get anywhere near that. So, and you can see that it's flashing that segment, so let's get that. I don't know if it flashes for every segment, but I think there's an option where it tends to tell you what to go for. I'm just checking on the screen. Yeah, it tells you on the top there, but obviously I'm on a 9 data, so I'm not going to go that. Is it flashing treble 15? Yeah, it is. It's actually flashing treble 15, so it's telling you what to aim for, but I'm not going to go that way because I'm awkward. So now I've got 24 left, and it's flashing on the double 12. So there you go, 9 data. Easy 9 data, aren't they? And then it just tells you the stats for the game. So I got points per dart 55.7, and that's the only time I'm ever going to get that. Then you click next, and then you can either play again or quit. So it's very straightforward, the app. I usually want to leave this game, okay. So really straightforward, and it's Pretty amazing that it tells you with the little LEDs flashing, but obviously some people might find that distracting. But if you're a soft tip player, you're going to be used to that sort of thing. And as a traditional, more into steel tip darts, it does seem a little bit strange for me to see the board flashing like that, but it is pretty clever how it does it. And you know, it's certainly colourful, but I don't know, I think it appeals more to the younger people and obviously soft tippers. But anyway, what I'll do now is I'll just see if I can play a game. I'll see if I can get a game online and we'll just have a quick game. Alright, there was a few people online, but didn't get a game with them, and I also invited a couple but they didn't accept the invite, so I'm just going to play the computer. Just add the computer, put the computer on hard. I'm just going to have a quick game of 301. Yep, so just see what happens. What was that? That was much better. I should have used my other darts. These are very light and feel kind of slippy when you throw them. Get the end of these. Yeah, that was just miles away. Well, that was inevitable really, and after you've finished your game then it just gives you some stats, but that was pretty rubbish by me, but I wasn't expecting to beat the computer on hard anyway. Obviously I wanted to throw all the darts that it came with just because that's the old product, but they're way too light for me. I think it's brass, but it kind of has like a plasticky, slippery feel to them. Definitely could have done with a bit more grip on them. Also my hands are a bit cold, so that's probably not helping. But obviously that's basically how the whole thing works. If you're a soft tip player you'll be familiar with it anyway. Obviously steel tippers always have the argument that soft tip isn't proper darts, but then that argument's going to go on forever. But I think most people are happy enough to play both versions of the game, and soft tip is very a fun way to play darts. And obviously the way this board works with all the lights, a little bit off-putting at first with all the lights flashing, but probably get used to that. But it is clever how it does it, and I think a lot of younger people and families are going to enjoy something like this, because it's a great element of fun with all the flashing LEDs and the changeable covers. But it works fine. Obviously I'm going to have to play with it longer and see how things go, but I'm quite impressed with it as it is. Pity I couldn't get an online game, but I don't know why, but there was people online, but for some reason I couldn't get a game with them, whether they didn't want me to play them or what, I'm not really sure. But that's something I think will grow. There'll be more and more people using it online as it gets more popular. But as it stands, it's a pretty nice board. I don't know about this kind of yellowy greeny colour though. It's a little bit garish for my liking, but that's the only thing. And yet green is my favourite colour, but I don't know, just doesn't seem to quite suit. And the good thing is you can switch off the lights if it irritates you. So it's got a lot of features in the app, and it's a pretty good app. So overall, pretty nifty. So that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.